Sweet.
Right. So, good morning, Chris. How are you getting on today, mate?
Yeah, not bad.
Feeling alright, yeah. Listen, so my name's Craig, obviously you know me pretty well, just introducing myself for the camera here. I'm taking you today for your introduction to the gym equipment today. Is that alright with yourself?
No problem.
So previously when we had filled out your plan for this, you had said you're looking to be introduced to the gym because you're planning on using it a wee bit more often with a view to losing a bit of weight so you can do focus more on your martial arts training, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, good stuff. So we've got a plan worked out today for you, Chris, so I'm just going to take you through it quite slowly actually, making sure that I'm explaining everything in good detail, explaining how to use some of the apparatus and the gym equipment here within the gym, and we'll also do some sort of free weights exercises, some body weight exercises, as well as stretching as well. So I'll just briefly go through how the sessions will be run, and I'll ask you a few questions before we get started, and then we'll just keep the crack on with it if that's alright with yourself. Brilliant, yeah, so what we're going to do just now is we're going to start off with a warm-up, Chris, so we're going to warm up on the rowing machine, and then we'll do some stretching. After we've done some stretching, we'll then do some cardiovascular workout on the treadmill. Once we've got that done, we'll use some of this sort of cable apparatus here just now for the weights. Then we'll do some free weight exercises, followed by some body weight exercises, then some more stretching, and then we'll do a cool down after it as well, Chris. So all in all, since we're taking our time and explaining things, it could potentially take maybe 90 minutes or so, give or take 10-15 minutes either end, if that's alright with your timing, yeah? Brilliant, man, cool. So, just before we actually get started with the actual workout, Chris, just a few clarifying questions just to make sure you're fitting well to actually undertake the exercise that we're going to do today. So how are you feeling today, and do you have any injuries at all to report, Chris?
No, nothing, just going to continuous.
Yeah, brilliant. So just remember to listen to your body as well as we're going through all this. If that changes at any point at all, you feel any niggles, pains, anything like that, you just let me know, and we can put a stop to this and we can then redo it at a later date when you're feeling that to me. Alright, so there's no pressure today at all. Cool. And what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to explain everything, I'll demonstrate everything, and then you can just copy what I'm doing as we go through it. Sound good?
Okay.
Sweet, so let's get to it, man. So what we're going to do just now is we're going to start off on the rowing machine here just now. The rowing machine, it's just going to use it as a warm-up, so we'll do it for about 5 minutes or so. Quite good, just to get that sort of blood pumping, blood flowing, and I'll give you a workout as well, so in your legs, and a maybe pulling your biceps and things like that as well. Alright, so I'll demonstrate how to do it. First of all, so you've got your variable resistance lever here just now, which obviously goes from the least resistance up to the most resistance here. And when you're getting on the rowing machine, what we're going to do is step over like this, put your bum on the seat like this here, and then you want to put your feet into these stirrups, and then take the straps, and then pull them down so you're secure then, alright? Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the handle of the rowing machine here, and what you want to try and do here is make sure that you're keeping your knees inside of your elbows, like this, and you're looking to keep yourself upright, facing forward, and you want to push off here with your legs and pull back with your arms like this, alright? So, straight back if possible, looking forward, and just pulling back on the handle here just now whilst also extending your legs. Making sure not to walk your legs out at the very end. We're still going to have a wee bit of resistance, so a wee bit of flex in our knees here just now. And just like that, because there's not really much more to it there. And what I'll do is I'll start off quite low with the resistance, and we'll gradually increase it just a wee bit every minute as it goes up, just to get that heart rate up to get your body warm. Does that sound good?
Okay.
Do you have any questions about that at all just now? Are you happy with the demonstration?
No, seems straightforward.
And you're able to see everything I was doing there just now as well?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So we'll put the flappers over, I'll loosen off these straps, I'll release them from here, and I'll make sure that I'm standing up nice and safely, and I'll return the seat back to its original position. If you want to just carry what I showed you there just now, Chris, that would be fantastic. And I'll continually chat to you as you're going through these exercises for this introduction, alright? And if you have any questions at all, whilst you're performing any of the exercises, you just let me know, Chris, and I'll do my best to answer them for you, pal, okay? through, you just start when you're ready, Chris, mate, and as we're going through the exercises here today, I'll be asking you on a scale between 0 and 10, like how much effort you feel that you're putting out. So we call that your rate of perceived exertion. So 1 would be very, very little output, so maybe like going for a very slow walk or even taking a seat to be honest, so minimal output, all the way up to 10, which is you just going at max effort, and the fact that you couldn't do any more, you feel as if you're absolutely maxing your body out. Okay, with this being a warm up, we're really not trying to make this overly challenging for you. So if we're aiming round about getting up to gradually rate of perceived exertion of like maybe 4 or 5, that's the right, I'd be happy enough with that. So now we've just started out, what would you say your rate of perceived exertion is just now on a scale between 1 and 10? 2, yeah. 2 maybe 3, that's brilliant. And this here is the row machine is measured in spins per minute as opposed to revolutions per minute. So we're aiming for about 25 to 30 spins per minute, and you can see that down here on the digital display. It's down the left hand side, and they're set there at 28 just now, which is absolutely perfect. Alright? And that's been on it for a minute, so I'm just going to increase the resistance here by 1. Alright? And I'll ask you again in a minute or so to let me know what the rate of perceived exertion is. Alright? And hopefully you're starting to feel, even just now after a couple of minutes on it, just a wee bit of just your body temperature rising even just now. That's the blood filling up to your biceps a wee bit, just because you're doing a bit of this. And also with your legs as well. That's alright? Hold off just one more here. Really good, Chris. Really good. And actually, we're halfway through to 2.5 minutes through just now, so what would you say your rate of perceived exertion is just now? Yeah, so that's kind of what we're aiming for just now, okay? So if we just stick at this level of resistance just now, Chris, okay, we don't have to increase it any higher, especially on our warm up, alright? So just keep doing this just now, I'll actually get in another wee minute how you're getting on. And it's looking like your spin per minute is, as you said, it's 30 units per minute, so feel free to slow down a wee bit if you want, Chris, alright? We're just aiming for 25 to 30, alright? You're doing a good job there as well, just trying to keep your knees inside your elbows here and your back as straight as possible. And a good hint or a good tip for keeping your back straight is if you're doing the run, just try and focus on something that I like. Maybe bringing this wee section up here, and that'll help you just maintain your posture while doing the exercise, alright? And we've got 1.5 minutes left to go, okay, so in the next 30 seconds I'll maybe increase the resistance depending on what your RPE is. So what would you think your RPE is just now, Chris?
Okay,
5. So do you know what, I'm just going to leave it at the resistance that just now because I don't want to overexert yourself, especially on the warm up when we've got another hour or so worth of working out with you. So about a minute left, Chris, alright, so really good effort, mate, really good effort. Doing fantastic. Now, 4 seconds to go, Chris, you're doing fantastic, mate. We just want to start slowing down a wee bit just now for the last 30 seconds, alright, or 20 seconds, and just gradually bring yourself into a controlled stop whenever you're ready, alright? Good man, and I'm happy with that timing as well. Chris, how are you feeling just now? Warm, yeah, brilliant. So let's just pause that way just now. and safely dismount. So once you've taken off your straps, just making sure you're steady before stepping off the rowing machine. So whether that means putting your hands on here or balance your hands against the wall to come off to make sure you've got a few points of contact. As long as you're safe coming off, Chris, I'm happy. Alright, good man. And we'll return, that's beautiful. Really well done. So let's just give ourselves a wee minute there just now. I always find the rowing seem particularly difficult to be honest with you.
Just
yeah, absolutely mate, absolutely. So we'll just give ourselves a wee minute just to catch our breath back after that, but really good effort, Chris. Is there any questions you want to ask me at all about this rowing machine?
no, it's all kind of straightforward.
Yeah.
Just a bit for me is just kind of take my time with it rather than just going.
Going hill for a little
Yeah,
bit. So just pretty much covered it all off anyway. We'll take a wee rest just now in a minute. So I've already explained who the resistance lever is here just now. We know how to get on it safely. So the display here you've got just now, on the top it tells you how long you've been on it for in minutes and seconds obviously. Below, so you can see there's a sort of stroke of 500 metres, that tells you how long it's going to take you to complete 500 metres. And then below that is the actual distance covered, and we've already covered the spinster in it down at the bottom left. So I think that's that pretty much all covered just now, Chris, isn't it?
Okay.
Cool. So now we've got ourselves warm, we're going to just get a few stretches done just now before we move on to anything different, alright? So stretches, we're going to do 3 of them just now, and I'll demonstrate them for you, and I'll explain what you're stretching as you're doing it. Once I've done a demonstration, please let me copy what I've done, Chris. And again, as always, ask questions as we go through it, mate, alright? So we'll do 3 stretches, so walking lunges, squats, and the plank. Have you heard of them before? Yeah, okay, fair enough, mate.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the plank, but
Yeah, I don't think
I
they're
know
many
what
folk are.
that does.
Cool, so the walking lunges, so when you're doing your walking lunges here, what you're looking to do is just basically slowly bend your knees here, okay? To an angle approximately 90 sort of degrees, alright? So you're looking at this here just now, so you're stepping forward with your lunge, it goes like this. Alright, and you're looking here at this, if possible, to try and get this about a 90-degree angle, alright? You're looking for your knee not to touch the ground here, just basically have it hovering slightly above, alright? So, like this, there we go, and then forward again, like that. Not got a huge amount of space here, so feel free to do 1, 2 steps and then turn around, and then come back, just like that, Chris. Again, trying to make sure your head's sort of pointing forward, alright? So chin in neutral alignment, head in neutral alignment there. And what you're looking at stretching down there, you probably start to feel it when you go down. So you can feel it down here at the muscle at the back of your legs, which is your hamstrings there, is the primary muscle you're going to be stretching there, but there is other associated muscle groups here just now. So you're going to be doing your hamstrings primarily, but also up to your glutes, so your buttocks area here as well. And you'll also get a stretch along your quads up here, quadricep muscles there. So quads, hammies and your glutes here as well, Chris. Alright, if you want to just do that for about 30 seconds, I'll just chat to you as you're doing it just now, mate, alright? And important to remember our breathing while doing all exercises, Chris. So when you're breathing, it shoots in through your nose and out through your mouth. And when we come to lifting exercises, you're going to be exhaling when you're doing the lift. So even when you're doing your stretches, beautiful, and you can stop there just now, Chris. So even when you're doing your stretches there, so inhalation, in, and then as you go back in. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Brilliant, mate. Next one we're going to do is squats. So again, focusing on the lower half of the body here just now. So squats are going to be stretching again your quads, so quadriceps, your glutes, which is your bum and your buttocks, and then your hamstrings are just the back part of your legs there just now. So for a squat, again, just try to keep our spine kind of in neutral alignment here. Feet shoulder width apart, looking straight forward again, so not up in the air, not down at your feet, so just straight forward. And you can either do it like this, have your hands in here, whatever's most comfortable for you to try and gain your balance here. And again, we're trying to get our knees here to around about 90 degrees, okay? If you're flexible, you can manage that, fantastic. If not, even slightly above, whatever's comfortable for yourself, alright? So, shoulder width apart, looking forward, hands out to help with the balance, or here, whatever you like, and we're just going to go down like this, alright? So hopefully that's round about 90 degrees, just like that. And again with the breathing, so in as you go down, as you come back up. Are you happy enough with that, yeah?
Seems straightforward.
Yeah, definitely, man, give that a wee try for us, Chris. If there's any part of the exercise or stretch that you couldn't really see, let me know, and we can reposition, you can have a wee look again, alright mate? So again, for 30 seconds, pal. And you'll also notice as well, hopefully you'll notice you're engaging your core while you're doing that. So all this is mainly lower, all exercises that involve weights tend to engage your core, Chris, as well. So you'll feel that as you're tensing, as you're going down, just like that. Good man. And just do one more for me, Chris. Yeah, fantastic. I'm happy enough with that just now. And how did you feel while you were doing that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Did you sort of feel the sort of back of your hamstrings, the back of your legs?
Yeah, kind of there and also obviously
And
putting the core in, you can feel that kind of.
So
Oh,
tighten
yeah,
up a bit, yeah.
yeah.
Brilliant, Chris, great stuff, man, good stuff. So now for the dreaded plank, alright? So we know what the plank is, but I'll just go through it here just now, because you get different variations of the plank, alright? So you get like sort of beginner levels, you get sort of intermediate and advanced levels of it. We just want to keep it simple here just now, because it's your introduction to the gym, alright? So with your plank, you're looking at working well, mainly your ab muscles, yeah? So your abdominal muscles, your core. You also work your obliques, which are also part of your abdominal area here, so the ones that kind of go down there. And you're going to work some of the muscles at the base of your base of your back there as well, alright? So, with the plank here, so position yourself facing down the way. Okay, knees, hips and shoulders in contact with the mat, so that's my knees, hips are down like this. Straight down here, in contact with the mat. Bring the elbows in forwards and directly underneath the shoulders, so kind of like this area here, so the elbows directly below the shoulders. And the forearms should remain in contact with the ground, alright? Remember your breathing on this part, alright, because it is quite difficult. So what we can do here just now is we can just bring ourselves up here like this, okay? We can still keep our knees together and still keep our knees on the ground here just now, because we're just doing an introduction at the gym here, so don't do anything too crazy. And we'll hold this position for about 30 seconds, Chris. And already you can start to feel, well, I can start to feel it working in my core here. If you want to do something a bit more advanced, what you can do is just basically pick yourself up off the ground like this. Alright? Perfect. Were you happy enough being able to see all that just now, Chris?
Yeah,
Yeah? Give that a wee shot for me, mate, and we can do that for about 30 seconds, pal. Brilliant. And just, yeah, you're doing that absolutely fantastic, Chris. I'm aware actually I lifted my head up to speak to you as I was doing this, but you're doing it absolutely the correct way. So even just looking down at the mat as you're doing it, so you're keeping your spine, it's in a nice neutral alignment down there. Really good effort, Chris. Good man. Give it our 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, mate. And you can drop that down just whenever you feel ready. How was the plank?
But usually doing the full one, when you work up to that one.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, definitely. Cool. So we'll do some other stretches just now as well, just to get the rest of our body stretched up before we go and use the treadmill. So again, mainly focusing on the leg area just now. So the 3 stretches we're going to do is the standing hamstring stretch, the standing squat stretch, and then the squat lunge, alright? So we'll start off with the standing hamstring calf stretch. So that stretches your hamstrings and your glutes. So I always get them mixed up, quads and hamstrings. So hamstrings and glutes is what we're going to do here just now. So what to do here is just basically 1 foot forward like this, 1 foot back. You're bending over, alright, over the top of your foot here, and you're just, see, there you go, that's exactly it. So forward, over the top here, just like that, yeah. And you can start to feel the stretch coming down here, all up the back of this leg here just now. So do it for about 15 seconds or so, and we'll switch over. And again, just like this. And then you're bending at the hip, forward like this. And trying to keep it back as straight as possible. Alright. And as you're pushing your bum back here, Chris, you start to feel it more down. If you lift your toe up off the ground, you kind of feel it on your calf. If you kind of push your bum back, you feel it down the back of your hamstrings and up in the air, up in your nose. Do you want to give that a wee shot for me, Chris?
Okay.
And again, 15 seconds each leg. Beautiful, and we can switch over leg. And even if you see we just can keep maybe lift your back a wee bit. Yeah, that's it there. Good man. Well done, Chris. Well done. And you can release that as and when you're ready, pal, okay? Feel okay after that?
Okay.
Sweet. Standing quad stretch does exactly what it says in the tin. Stretches your quads, alright, so those are the muscles in the front of your thighs, front of your legs here just now. You can use the wall for balance if you like, which I would encourage you to do if that's something that feels comfortable for you. Any wall is probably the easiest one to access, or if you want to hold the side of the treadmill. Something that's safe enough for you to hold out, okay, because you do need a bit of balance for this. So all we're looking to do here just now is just basically take your foot, bring it up behind your bum. There we go, and as you're going up behind your bum here, you can absolutely feel it right down the front of your quad, alright? So just like that. And again, if you can, because it is quite hard to keep your balance as well, just kind of look forward for you as you're maintaining that stretch, Chris, alright? About 15 seconds or so. Safely put your foot back down, and then switch over. You can put your arm out initially to start with, help steady your balance. There we go. And again, if you pull up a wee bit on the back of your foot here, you start to feel the stretch down the front of your quad that wee bit more. Are you happy enough to actually view that full demonstration?
Yeah, with that.
Cool. Again, I'm going to ask you that all the time, Chris, but if anything you're not quite sure or you don't quite see the demonstration, just let me know and I can do it again. Get it and go for you, mate. Alright? Yeah, good man. Good man.
You catch on the hand, the foot first.
What was that?
You catch your foot first.
Hi, that's a challenge, isn't it? And then you can switch over, Chris, that's been about 15 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Nice, Chris, perfect. And then the last one we're going to do is the squat lunge. So we actually do the walking lunge just after the row machine, didn't we? This one's very similar, but instead of lunging and continuing on with your footsteps, you're going to lunge and then come back to the original starting position again. Alright, so it's going to look something like this, okay? So it's going to look like lunging is with one foot forward, again, trying to keep your knee at roughly a 90-degree angle, Chris, alright? And then not let your opposing knee touch the mat if you can, so like this, so like that. Hopefully that's a 90-degree angle. Knees down here, but it's not sitting resting here because that'll take away the actual stretch itself. Alright, so I can feel the stretch here just now. I'm going to come back and we'll do the same with the opposite leg. There we go. Brilliant. So instead of doing that for repetitions, what you can do is just maybe do 1 or 2 on each side and just feel the stretch itself. And if you're feeling good and you're feeling the stretch here, there you go, you can just lean into it and just enjoy that stretch. Primarily glutes, primarily hamstrings, you're going to feel on that one there, Chris, mate, alright? Okay. So on you go. And again, let your body do the talking for you as well, Chris, alright? So if you are able to go lower, brilliant, but if you're finding it a bit difficult, then just do what's you're capable of and what you're comfortable doing, Chris. This is a marathon, not a sprint. We're just here to learn these exercises and get familiar with the equipment, mate, alright? Yeah, good. Good. And are you feeling that kind of up the sort of chain of your back muscles?
Yeah, have you once you got the knee, get more kind of that kind of hip flexor there.
So you can get hip flexors, you can even potentially get a wee bit of your abductor muscles in there a wee bit as well. Primarily lower legs, but you can depend on how well you're stretching it, you can actually start to feel your hip flexors in it. So yeah, good. Happy with that, Chris?
Yeah.
Brilliant. So let's move on and I'll give you an instruction on how to use the treadmill next, alright?
Okay.
Cool, so treadmill here, Chrissy boy. A couple of things to know about the treadmill. Thankfully, I'm not actually too familiar with all the different makes and models of treadmill, alright? This is one that I use and it's really quite simple to use as well, mate. So, what you've got is you've got 5 buttons. You've got your settings buttons, so that does things that change it from miles per hour to kilometres per hour, alright? Okay. You've got your buttons on the left here, which is your gradient. Say the same on it, but you can put the gradient up or you can bring it back down. Obviously, unfortunately, you can't do a negative gradient to make it down the hill, okay? But if you do put it up and you find it quite difficult, you can start to bring it down using these buttons. Okay. Start means start, stop means stop, green for start, red for stop.
Yeah.
And then the opposite is the speed button, very similar to the ascend button. This increases your speed or decreases your speed. Alright?
Yeah.
So using the treadmill, what we're trying to do here is make sure, because you need to step onto it, and obviously when it's going, it moves, so it can be particularly dangerous. In case you could eventually fall on the treadmill, alright? So we need to make sure, nice and safe. I was going to make a joke about a frame after on the treadmill, Chris, but I don't think it's that appropriate, alright? So anyway, so what we're trying to do here is a 3 points of contact when you're getting onto the treadmill, and then when you're getting off again, if possible. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, step ourselves on. Treadmill's not moving just now, so it's safe to stand on the belt. But we're going to turn it on in a wee second, so what we do here is stand at the side. Stand at the side, ensuring your feet are not running on the belt here, or touching the belt, sorry, so when we turn this on, like so. Gives you a 5-second countdown, and it starts off really, really slow. So it's a very, very slow pace. Yeah? So it's moving. There we go. And then you can adjust our speed as we require. Just like this. Like a walking pace. Alright? Good man. Good man. So, we've got other safety devices on the treadmill here as well. I made a joke about a minute ago about potentially falling off here. So what we can do here as well is we've got an emergency stop button. So if I take myself off to the side, off to the side here, and I stop this treadmill, like so. What we'll do is we'll clip on the emergency sort of like a clip, yeah, put it onto your shorts. So what that means is if you do have a fall on the treadmill, it's going to pull on this and it's going to stop the treadmill for you as well. So it's not going to increase or further in any increase your likelihood to sustain from falling on the treadmill. Does that make sense? And we've been happy enough for us pointing out all these buttons, you can see what we're speaking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite happy with that.
Do you have any questions on how this operates?
No, that seems very simple. I think once you get up and using it, if you go into detailed goals and stuff like that, I think
Yeah,
using it's quite a start.
Yeah, Scotty, actually made a good point there. You do have like training programs on this and different sort of interval sets and all that kind of stuff. But we'll just keep it simple just now for our first introduction to gym. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll get you to jump on if that's alright with you. Remember our 3 points of contact and we'll get it on and off. Good man. Yeah, beautiful mate. And I've got the program out here for you just now as well, alright? So we'll clip that onto yourself, safety first. Or third in my, in my demonstration. Cool. Let's start it just now, Chris. Okay, gives you a 5-second countdown. And we're going to start it off slow and we're going to increase it every couple of minutes, alright? Till we get to that perceived rate of perceived exertion, maybe up to around about the sort of 6-7 mark, but it should be quite slow at the start of the alright? So if you want to wait till I've got this a wee bit faster, so it's actually like a walking pace for you. Give it a second to catch up. Yeah, go for it, man. Brilliant. And then once you're on it, and once you're on it, yeah, exactly, hands by your side, try not to hold on to it if you can avoid it, because you've already got your safety elements attached to you just now. I'm just going to walk like this, Chris, just for a few minutes just to get yourself warmed up, mate, alright? And then, and I'll just chat you through the display monitor whilst we're here, because we're looking at it from the end, aren't we? So over the left hand side tells you basically the level of exertion for the gradient. Bottom left's the timing, so how long you've been on it for. You've got your odometer, which tells you how many miles or kilometres, depending on what it's reading, what's in. And then how fast you're going in the centre, with the elevation level, which is done in a percentage gradient, so 1%, 2%, 2.5%, etc. Over here, watts is the energy exerted, calories in the bottom left, and then the bottom right is beats per minute, so you can connect this up to like a heart rate monitor and things like that. Or if you hold both your hands on the silver elements here, after like a minute or two, it picks up your pulse so then it'll tell you approximately what your heart rate is. Is it accurate? Accurate? No, probably not. It gives you a general idea of what it is. I know most folk in this day and age, and yourself included, have like Apple Watches or have watches that do your biometrics and do your heart rate and your your max VO2 and all that kind of stuff. So what information you can gather like. But yeah, that's pretty much how the screen looks just now at the minute. What's your rate of perceived exertion just now in this walk? A 1, yeah. Cool. Been on it for a few minutes already, so we'll crank it up. I say crank it loosely, we'll get it slightly faster. And again, in another minute or two, I'll ask you what your rate of perceived exertion is first thing, alright? Yeah. So we've done some good stretching before we came to actually do the treadmill exercise, Chris. Treadmill is really good, obviously it's good for you, yeah? But it's good for all different muscle groups as well. Primarily the legs, but it goes up to your core as well, yeah? So you're going to be working on your calves, depending on what the gradient is, but even on a 0% gradient, you're still working the calf muscles. You'll be working your quads, you'll be working your hamstrings, your glutes. You'll also be working at your abdominal muscles, your core, your hip flexors, all those exercises that we just used, that we just done to loosen off those muscles. So yeah, quads, hamstrings, glutes, hip flexors, yeah, and even tibialis anterior, that's a fancy way of saying the muscles at the front of your bottom part of your leg, where your tibia and tibia are situated. That's what it is. So the beauty of that, though, is, Chris, is see that's pretty much any exercise you do in the gym, the more you do it, the more your body becomes accustomed to it as well. So you will notice you'll be sore after using the treadmill. When I say sore, I mean DOMs, like really don't say muscle sore, muscle fatigue and stuff like that. But the more you use it, the better you'll get, the fitter you'll get, and the more your muscles get used to it as well. So you'll build muscle and you'll build endurance within your muscles as well. So cardio equipment really is. I'm a fan of the treadmill. That's probably a dislike the bike of the road that much that I can gravitate towards this. Yeah, it's absolutely horrendous outside here, Right, 2 minutes and a couple of minutes went by just now, so what's your RP just now? It was 1 or 2 initially, one I said before, what was here just now? 3, yeah, sweet. So we'll go a wee bit quicker. Just now I say quicker, just put it up a wee bit more like that just now, Chris. Brilliant. And that's what you're looking at, quite a fast looking pace here just now, so you probably notice that obviously the slight increases you get, until your body gets used to it, probably starting to be the more you want it just now at the quicker rate. So we'll just take it easy from now on out and we'll just really monitor that RPE to make sure we're reaching the desired level. So no more than 7 steps is getting more looking for in your front half here, so 6, no more than 7, alright? I will keep it at this pace for a wee bit longer, a couple of minutes for the first one, so we'll keep this at a slightly longer pace, alright? How long have you been doing your study and your practice in your martial arts for this? Far too long? How long? Far too long? Really? So what is that? Is that almost 2 decades? 26 years, man. Good stuff. And it's my wife gets in the way, I'm guessing, yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Have you been itching to get back in it for a while?
No, it's just like, get some moving and then not matter. And then manage it as well, so get kept up with it.
Aye, brilliant, man. Really good stuff, mate. That's the way you say, you don't really get older and less mobile. Your kids are only growing into their prime, aren't they? So. Play groups and soft plays and that just now with his age, so I'm really looking forward to not that much in any of it away. I love the play groups and the soft play, except for all the goals that I get from them. I'm looking forward to it start taking in just into the sport activities as well. Whatever he wants to do, hopefully golf, but whatever he wants to do. Even just things like getting him on a bike and taking him around the park and stuff, because I can't enter the park just now, you know, take him on a buggy and stuff, so it'd be good to have him on a bike gripping him alongside him and stuff. So that's in my fantasy, at least in family life, but in my head I don't think it's going to be panning that way. So I'm just coming this other side just to repeat as well. How are you feeling on this exercise just now?
Yeah, definitely comfortable base, so
Good man. Good man. So then just hints and tips while you're on the treadmill just now. Chris, walking's absolutely fine, you know, just having your hands down by your side, just treat it as a casual stroll in the park as you're walking. And again, it's very tempting, just stare at the screen all the time. No, the worst thing to be honest, but it's not horrendous. You're just looking down here, but you will notice if you're going for a long period of time, you will start to get a wee bit of strain in the back of your neck. Your head is generally quite heavy, and if you put it off the centre line of your body, your neck is taking a bit of strain. So best practice is again just kind of moving, again neutral alignment, moving straight ahead, so you're not putting your head off the centre line and getting that strain in your neck. Yeah, well, maybe a little bit of paint like the last 2 years, which might be so even just a photo or something would be nice. Or if you do start to run and start pushing yourself after it, it kind of goes in your feet, because you get pretty tired. But yeah, really good stuff. So we're halfway through the treadmill timing just now in the minute. Chris, what would you say your RPE is just now? Okay, that's fine. So again, with it being the front of your gym just now, Chris, I'm not going to ramp that all the way up to anything, okay? What we'll do is we'll continue at the pace we're at just now, okay, but we'll still do it for a longer time, okay? And we can see if that starts to feed off. And for the next couple of minutes, it's still sitting at 4, we'll do it up a wee bit, okay, to get up to that sort of 5 range, alright? Like I say, you've only got maybe like 10 minutes or so, just like 6 minutes. And if at any point you're feeling any niggles or you're feeling like, say, over-exerted, so you let me know, we can adjust what's happening to say the schedule as we're doing it in night time, alright? Halfway through just now anyway, I'm just now mentioning about how you should be walking on the treadmill, but you're doing it absolutely fine, so it's just natural. It's kind of, with walking, kind of like a heel toe kind of mover, yeah, so just heel down, heel down. Kind of neutral alignment, shoulders back, arms resting by your side, or resting but by your side, just in a natural kind of swing motion, alright? Are you happy with all this information that I've given you so far, Chris?
Yeah, happy.
And are you still feeling comfortable having a conversation with me whilst on the treadmill?
Depending on conversation.
Yeah, you're still speaking. You don't say anything, so I'm glad to hear that. Right, so I gave this Ash a minute or two, but what's your RPE just now? High flow. So what we'll do, we'll put it up just now, we'll leave it just now to get up to that 5, sort of 6 range just now, giving it alright. So it's not too much stress, but just up to give you what you know how that's feeling. It's a little too much to bring it back, alright. We'll only do this 2 minutes roughly at this point, we'll start to bring it back down again. It's almost like a baby, if you imagine almost like a, I was going to say a steady work, a pyramid. Start with slow, kind of work our way up in intervals till we reach what we're happy at, and then we'll sort of work our way back down again as we say, just obviously like our cool down off the treadmill stuff before we go on the weight section, okay? So I mentioned earlier on about gradients whilst using the treadmill. So we've set the gradient just at just one level above the bottom radius now, so we're setting it as 0.3% gradient just in press. So that just, what that is a low, it is a gradient, what it does, it kind of mimics walking outside, because your walking outside is never completely flat as you get wee bits of ups and downs, okay? Other ways of increasing the intensity of the treadmill is obviously increasing the speed, increasing the time that you're being on it, or the time that you're using the treadmill, or gradients in our way of increasing the difficulty of the treadmill. Yeah, should you require any of that, days or weeks or more. just now, do you think?
Yeah, well, fine.
Fantastic, fantastic. We're going to go maybe 4 minutes or so left in the treadmill thing, so what we'll do is we will just wait for that to come down exactly 4 minutes, and we'll start, like I said, that pyramid kind of scheme, we're going to start, that pyramid kind of shape, we're going to start bringing it down there, alright? So we'll take this down ever so slightly, back into the level of before. Brilliant. So in the past, if you have, say, a favourite like a cardiovascular machine to use, what would your favourite be if you had to pick one? Yeah,
I
aye.
think it's a huge difference.
Yeah.
I like to walk up the warm-up long term. I can't do that much more than 5 minutes. I'm not fond of it.
I always think the static bikes are just really quite challenging. Like going out for a cycle is, I say it's so much easier. Maybe it's more enjoyable. It makes it seem like it's easier. I think the static bikes can be quite challenging actually.
I'm probably thinking,
Yeah, the comfort factor. Right. Take it a wee bit more feet just now, Chris. We've got over a point there, like I said. So we've got the 6 for our RPE, and what are you feeling like just now? Right, so yeah, perfect. So we'll keep it at this just until the end of the session. That's all right. And the last 10 seconds, Chris, so I'm just going to do, so the beauty of this treadmill, when I stop the treadmill, it actually gives you about 10 seconds as it gradually slows down as well. So we're going to stop it here just now, okay? But it's still going in, okay? So give it a few seconds and make sure you hold it on the slides for me, Chris. Yeah, brilliant. So using it, make sure you say, disconnect yourself from there to stop and then to safely dismount using 3 points of contact. So usually the handles and the yeah, fantastic. Brilliant, mate. Would you like to drink the water?
Yeah, I'll get water.
Yeah, go for it, man. And then once you've got that, take your time, we'll come over to the resistance machine, the cable resistance machine, and we'll do some weights, okay? So cable resistance machine, body weights and free weights is what's coming up, Chris, mate, alright? So, first thing we're going to do, I'll tell you all 3 of them actually, so we're going to be doing a tricep pull down with the rope. We're going to do chest flies and we're going to do straight arm lateral pull down, alright? So we will do the tricep pull down with rope first of all. So take that off. Safely stow away. Pop the ropes on here. Yeah, perfect, brilliant. So what this is doing here just now, Chris, is obviously a resistance cable machine. We're using it to work our tricep chest, so that's like the muscles at the back of your arms there, these ones here. Yeah. We're going to be doing 10 reps over 3 sets, okay? What you're looking to try and do here is standing close to the rope, okay? Grabbing the rope itself, not the actual parts of the bottom. So like this. Standing over it, embracing their core, okay? So here, giving it a tense up. And what you want to do is keep head forward, shoulders back, and you want to come down the way. And once you reach the bottom, you can just separate the rope ever slightly like this, and that'll give you that sort of pinch is the wrong word, but Probably be a better word for it. Let me do an arc up on the side. So not a pinch, but more a stretch. Stretching that muscle. You'll feel that tricep working. All right. We'll put the weight up and down a bit. I'll maybe here for you so you can feel it. There we go. So what I've got this up here is just setting around about third section down here is now, so it's about 6 kilograms. Alright, you can always make it heavier or lighter depending on how you feel. So yeah, we'll go for 3 sets of 10 reps, standing close, feet kind of just a wee bit, a bit shoulder width apart. Down and then out like that. Down and then out like that. Straight down and then out like that. Happy enough with that? Were you able to see the demonstration there everything was doing? Yeah? Brilliant. You go ahead, do the first set for me, and then I'll ask you how you feel after it, and we can then adjust the weight if it requires, as and to whatever you require it to be. Or you can change it just now if you feel it needs to be lighter or stronger based on the previous experience. Alright? Yeah, that's absolutely fine, mate, yeah. So, soft knees, core engaged, keeping your spine neutral, shoulders back, and then down, and at the bottom you're pulling it out. And as with all weights that we're going to be lifting, and any kind of weight lifting we're doing here today, Chris, our breathing, we're going to focus on exhaling on the difficult part, okay, and inhaling on the return part. So for the tricep pull down, it will be exhale on the way down, inhale on the way back in. So through your nose on the way up, and then exhale on the way back down. Over 30-second rest in between. If you feel as if you want to start again sooner, you let me know, but we'll go for at least 30 seconds. Alright? So we'll go for 30 seconds unless you want to go a wee bit earlier, Chris, okay? But I do encourage you to take the rest time you need because it might feel okay just now, but as we progress through the weights programme we're doing here today, obviously your body's going to get more fatigued, isn't it? So, and if you need a wee bit longer for a break to get yourself a drink of water or whatever, that's also absolutely fine. You just let me know. Health is wealth and hydration is key, Chris. Cool, and that should come up to 30 seconds just now, mate. So again, just 10 will be perfect for me. 10 minutes, please. Brilliant. How are you finding that exercise, Chris?
Yeah, it's fine.
Managing it alright, yeah?
Yeah,
Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And then that's you coming up to your 30 seconds and 5 seconds. Alright, and so your last set of this exercise, and we'll then move on to the next one. Perfect. So as you're resting, I'll set up the next exercise for you, Chris. How did you feel doing that tricep pull down?
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, yeah? Good man. Cool, so the next one's going to be your chest flies. So what we're going to do is get the correct attachments on. So the correct attachments are these handles here. Beautiful. So just connect it up here. We're going to adjust the height of this, so I want it to be round about shoulder height. So it's round about the same height as me, Chris, I think, isn't it? So that will look about shoulder height, yeah. So maybe up a wee bit. Yeah. Is that one a bit higher up? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe back it there. How's that looking? but this one here is a real lightweight one to use chest flies, yeah, perfect. I'll give it a wee shot, we can adjust it again if required, eh? So yeah, what you're going to try and do here is make sure it's roughly shoulder height like we said. You're going to adopt a stagger stance here, so you're going to bring yourself forward and have one foot in front of the other like this, alright? So along like this, one foot in front of the other. Again, heads in a neutral alignment, kind of straight forward like this. And what you want to try and do here is like, so you're working your pectoral muscles, alright, but a good way of feeling it is basically engaging your shoulder blades a wee bit. So you want to basically bring your arms round like a wide arc or like a big bear hug, alright? So round and squeeze at this point here, yeah? Bring it back. And then come round and then squeeze in at the bottom here, yeah? Bring it back here and then squeeze in at the bottom. So the key points here to look at just now is obviously the angle of which we are bringing our arms round, the staggered pattern of my feet just now, so one in front of the other here. Trying to keep your back straight, so not hunching over to get this done, keeping it straight, keeping your head up in this kind of neutral alignment, and just basically a big arc. Try to draw a big arc with your arms here, and as you get to the end of the lift here, you should be able to feel it down here in your pec muscles, and if you squeeze it at the bottom there, you're going to feel that in your muscles as well. Alright, is you happy enough with that demonstration? Yeah, go for it, man. Again, if it's too heavy or too light, you can adjust. Don't overexert yourself. You let me know how you're feeling as you're doing it, Chris, mate. Alright. Yeah, good man. So just one wee variation, that's probably on me for not explaining it properly there, Chris. So just when I was meaning the bear hug bit here, I should have said just keep a wee bit of flex in your arms here, so not locking your arms out straight to your elbows. Yeah, so have a wee bit of flex here, like a kind of hug, and then bring it around like that. Yeah, good man. Good man. Yeah, because that's brilliant. I like that. I can see the sort of flex in your arms there as opposed to having them kind of outright straight. Yeah, good man. And again, 10 reps, 3 sets of 10 reps. As with all, I'll repeat it on every single exercise we do, Chris, but with all weightlifting exercises, in through the nose, out through the mouth through your breathing, focusing on the exhalation on the lifting part of the exercise. 30 seconds break, we'll do it again. Again, you go back whenever you're comfortable, mate. Do you have any questions surrounding the exercise?
No, it's just getting the bound rather than just kind of push out.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sweet, another 10 seconds or so, we'll get the second set of that one, mate. Nice. Good man, we're on our 30-second break, and then we'll do the final set of that. Nice, and then we'll go for the final set just now, please, Chris. Good man, Chris, nice and controlled, nice and controlled, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Perfect. So whilst you're resting just now, Chris, I'll just set up the next exercise, which is going to be the lateral pull down, which will be straight arm lateral pull down. So for this, we will use the straight bar. So main muscles in this works here is well, your lats. Yeah, good man. Which is your lats, so these muscles down here and these ones that run down the side here. Also do a bit of your rear delts, which are the back parts of your shoulder, and your core as well, which you're going to stabilise yourself as you're doing the straight arm aspect of the pull down. Alright. So for this here, having the bar above your head, or above your shoulder height area at least here. You want to grip the bar in an overhand fashion like this, having it again slightly wider than your shoulders. It's just wider than my shoulders yet, so it should work out nicely. Now, having this just stepping slightly further away from the machine, so what you want to try and do is pull this bar down with one straight motion down towards your thighs, the top of your thighs, alright? So, like so. There we go, like that, like so, alright? And again, having the spine in neutral alignment, alright, and bringing us down towards your thighs. And what you should feel is the rear part of your back muscles doing the work. So rear delts potentially, but definitely should feel your lat muscles down here, these ones that run down here, yeah. So like this. Again, a wee bit of soft bend in your knees, bracing your core, overhand grip, wide, and then 1, 2, 3, and down towards the thighs. Pause at the bottom, bring them back up. Down towards your thighs, pause at the bottom, bring it back up, down towards your thighs. Happy with that, Chris? Yeah, man, give it a wee shot. We'll see how you feel after your first set. So again, 10 reps in 3 if you can manage it. 10 reps of 3 sets.
Kind of jump motion.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that, I'm just doing that.
Yeah, just down towards your thighs, yeah. And keeping your arms, so I say it's a straight arm deadlift, but if you have a tiny bit of flex in your elbows and you just try to keep your arms straight as you bring down, because that's where you basically take away the involvement of your biceps and have it basically have a pull motion from your lats. Yeah. You should feel doing this side of the muscles down there. Are you feeling that when you're back at all? If you're not, that's fine. I know we can make a wee adjustment to it. Sometimes, depending on your height and what angle you've got here, sometimes you can still keep your spine straight, but even just bend forward a wee bit to see if that's pulling down towards your thighs. I'll engage it more, but if you're happy with how it's going, brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Nice. Sweet. Don't take me 30-second break. I'll just chat to you while we're doing that. How did you find that set there?
Yeah, it's fine. There's no issue with that. I would say the weight getting up, but still it's get the induction done first.
And so you gradually increase the weight as you go. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, this exercise works your lats, your rear delts, and your core as well for keeping your torso stable. Sweet. So 10 seconds left your break, but just go as and when you're ready, Chris. Brilliant, Chris. Just one more set to go. You just take your 30 seconds break. And then 10 more seconds, mate. straight, bracing your core as you're bringing it straight down to the top of your thighs. Brilliant. How do you feel after doing those 3 exercises, Chris?
Yeah. Yeah. Not focused, that's a good start.
Yeah, good man, brilliant. So would you like a drink of water that just now, or are you happy just now?
No, I'm happy just back
Cool,
on.
well, keep cracking on then, mate. So free weights is what's up next. So we'll do 3 different exercises. We're going to be doing dumbbell bicep curls, so these ones here.
Okay.
We are going to be doing single arm dumbbell rows, so we'll use the bench for this, and then we'll use the bench again for your barbell chest press, alright? So we'll start off with the bicep curls. So, muscles in these work here are your biceps, funnily enough. So, have your feet kind of hip width apart, soft knees. Again, going to engage your core while you're doing this lift, alright? Spine in a neutral line again, chest up, shoulders back, and tucking your elbows in, Chris. So that is feet hip width apart, neutral alignment in your spine, head up, elbows kind of tucked in here, alright? And all we can do here is contract, so 1, and then slowly lower them back down again. Not completely locking them back out like this every time, so you're still going to keep it about here, so it's still a flex in your elbow, alright? So 1, back down, 2, back down again to this sort of level here, and then 3 again. Avoiding going right way back down, walking your arms out, and if you do start to get fatigued, let me know, because what can happen sometimes is folk will just use accessory muscles to try and complete the lift, and what can happen is people start to swing back the way and sway, or their elbows can flare out. So instead of keeping them nice and tight like this, you can start to do like moving all about the place, which can potentially cause you an injury to your muscles. Yeah? So it's all about strict form. So feet hip width apart, elbows tucked in, neutral alignment in your spine, brace your core, soft knees, if you remember all that, and then in you go like that, mate, okay?
Okay.
Any questions on that?
No, should be fine.
And we're in a good enough position to see everything I showed
Yeah.
you there just now. Brilliant, mate, on you go. 3 sets of 10 for that, Chris, and you can manage it. Good man. Yep, so feet hip width apart, which is fine, yeah, no, good man, yeah, beautiful. Not fully extended out yet, brilliant, love to see that. Keeping those elbows tucked, Chris, looking good, yeah, nice. Good form, mate, good form. So we'll take your spine. Yeah, neutral alignment, no hunching or bending. Good man, Chris. Good man. And yeah, just rest on there first.
Say the time, 1.5 feet.
Yeah, bending over and picking up. How did you find that?
Yeah, that's fine. Just felt that one can move a bit, but just take your time and get conscious about it.
Yeah. Any questions about that exercise?
No, but I can see how easy I talk about excessive muscle that people just.
Especially, yeah.
Yeah.
So I said to you, if possible, do 10 reps of 3 sets, but it's really important for you to know, Chris, and for me to explain to you actually, if you can't quite manage up to the 10, then that's absolutely fine. People in the gym tend to have a tendency to be like, I need to do 10 reps, so before you kind of get to 7, and like, oh, and you just start throwing form out the window. But it'll work for a few weeks until it doesn't. It works till it doesn't, and you end up pulling your back out or pulling a muscle or whatever. So really, sort of safety is key here while we're doing these exercises,
Yeah,
mate.
better doing 5 good ones and 10 bad ones.
Yeah, I spot on, mate. Yeah, I really will put me spot on. Yeah, go for a second set, mate. Good man. Yeah, get away from your work, keep hydrated. Sweet. And 10 more seconds. You can take a longer rest if you require, Chris, of course, but 10 more seconds left for the last exercise on the last set of the bicep curls. Perfect, man. Well done. Sweet. So just as you have your rest, I'll explain the next exercise. We're just going to go over a single arm dumbbell rows. So we'll use a dumbbell for that, and we'll use the bench here just now. So I'm going to give you a demonstration as well, because of course, what we're trying to do here, folks, is keep our knee underneath our hip. So this is how it's going to look roughly, alright? Dumbbell's going to be down here. We're going to keep your knee underneath your hip like this here, okay? Hand directly underneath your shoulder, so like this section here. Actually, if that's a wee bit too far forward, so put it here, directly underneath your shoulder. Spine neutral again, so we're kind of going to be sit like this. Well, hopefully the spine's looking nice and straight here. Okay. Engaging your core, you're going to look down at your lift. So the lift's going to be here, you're going to be looking down at the floor, okay? Keeping your elbow tight to the body, and then you're going to have full extension as you lift this up like this, and then back down again. So let me show you what that looks like. So this looks like, or should look like, this here, boy. So, on here, knee underneath hip, hand underneath shoulder, looking down, keeping spine in neutral alignment, and you're going to keep your elbow close enough to your body here, alright, so not all the way up here, and you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, lift directly up like that, and then back down. Directly up, back down, and just like this, trust me, alright? Nice and controlled. Just like that. Are you happy enough with that? So quite a lot of information. So as you're setting yourself up, I'll keep you right with it. But any questions, feel free to ask me just now, alright? And we'll just go again for 10 reps, 3 sets if we can manage that. Good man, yeah. So yeah, do you know what, absolutely fine, because well, do you know, there or there's fine, you've got quite big hands and you're actually further forward than the bench there, Chris, so you're actually fine either way you want them, pal, yeah. Yeah, knee underneath it, yeah, beautiful. And then, yeah, just almost like a lever pulling it back, yeah, beautiful, Chris, beautiful, well done. Yeah. Spine neutral alignment as well, yeah, perfect, yeah, happy with that, mate, happy with that. Nice. I'll get the other dumbbell for the other side for you, mate.
That tape isn't best for that.
It's not actually, isn't it? I mean, the bench has seen better days, I think. Brilliant, Chris. Happy with that?
Yep.
Sweet. And if you're happy just to move back on, yeah, you can get through the reps, that's perfect.
I've been doing this for my exercise.
Yes, absolutely, mate, absolutely. Good man. Perfect. How did you find that, Chris?
I felt that one.
Absolutely. So we'll move on to the barbell bench press. I'll take it off here, thank you very much. Cool. So what we want to do here just now, if you don't mind, pressing that bar up to me, Chris, that'll be perfect. So it's the barbell bench press, works your triceps, so works your pecs first of all, and then your triceps secondary, alright. Key to this one here, having 3 points of contact on the bench at all times. So head, shoulder blades, hips, that'll be your 3 points. When the bar comes up, you want to have basically your shoulder width here, you want to be like your shoulder width plus a half further away. Sounds quite difficult to explain, but there's actual markers on the bar that will show you when you pick it up, okay. Alright. Different variations of this lift that you can do, or this press that you can do to work different parts of the body, but the one I'm going to show you today is one that's going to work the pectoral muscles, alright? So yeah, how you want to do is grip the bar, okay? So you want to make sure your knuckles are pointing towards the ceiling when you've got it. When I say pointing to the ceiling, I don't mean like this, like an overhand, I mean just, you know what I mean? So palms like this, and close like that. That's what I'm trying to say, right? Brilliant. So just sort of wider in your shoulders, and what you want to do is bring it down to your chest, this area, and then press it back up. Down to your chest, and then press it back up. If you wouldn't mind passing up that bar, Chris, I'll show you exactly what I mean, and I'll show you the markers on the bar so you know where your fingers are in the correct position.
Okay.
Yep, got it, mate, yeah, happy with that. So you'll notice, so pinkies go where that silver mark, I mean the whole bar silver, but that, you can what I'm trying to say, that's that banded mark, isn't it, yeah? Beautiful, yeah, got it, mate. So, kind of round the nipple levels where you're going for, so down here, and you're just basically bring it down here, and then you're pushing up like that. One, back down towards your chest, and widen your nipples, and then back up again. Make sure you're exhaling on the press up. Like that. 3 points of contact, just like that. Mate. Happy with that?
Yep.
Cool, I'll take this off here now. I'll get you positioned on the bench, and I can hand this over to you, mate, alright?
Okay.
Yeah, beautiful. Cool, mate. Happy with that.
Okay.
So, you let me know when you've got the bar.
Okay.
Cool, and I'll give you a hand. Yeah, pinky, yeah, beautiful. You got the bar?
Oh,
Perfect, mate. So bring it a little bit forward so you're coming down to sort of nipple. Yeah, you go, level, beautiful. And then back, yeah. And just another way that might help, I'll just chat to you as you're going to Chris, another sort of way to describe it which might help you with the press, or how to visualise how you're meant to do the press, is like contracting your shoulder blades against the bench. As you're bringing it down, you're trying to basically contract your shoulder blades against the bench, and then you're pushing up, you're pushing them away, and then bringing them back down again. That gives you that correct kind of arc when you're pressing that bar. Okay, go for 10 sets if you mate.
Yeah.
Beautiful, got it, my bar.
Okay.
Nice man, how did that feel?
Yeah, it's fine.
Sweet. You just take your time and you let me know when you want to go again. We've got 2 more sets of this to do. And then it's body weight exercises, stretching, and then a cool down, pal.
Heavy stuff in it. Haven't thought of that. Happy to go in.
Yep, nice man. You let me know when you've got it.
Okay, at the back.
Cool. On you go, mate. 10 minutes, please. Yeah, good technique, Chris. Nice. Got it, my bar. Beautiful, mate. And you'll notice as well, so you'll feel it on your chest, so your pecs. But whenever I do bench press, I always notice that my triceps, again, they start to feel the pinch and feel sort of lactic acid, start to feel the burn, I should say, sorry, as opposed to lactic acid, but feel the burn a bit quicker in the chest. What was that? Cool jump. What was the other gym? Average Joe's, isn't it? Yeah, man, good lad. You let me know when you've got your bar. Yep, hands in good position. Well done, Chris. Very motivated, pal. Right, you, good man. Yep, got them. Beautiful stuff, Chris. Beautiful stuff. So give yourself a rest, mate. How are you feeling after the barbell bench press?
I'm getting nothing, having a workout.
Good man. So this is the hard part of the body weight exercises, because it's usually it's your legs that start to feel it in that way. You've got wall sits that I'm going to speak to you about, we've got lunges and we've got squats, mate. Alright, so you rest up while I just go through these just now. So squats, we've actually already kind of warmed up with them, but we'll do figure our demonstration as well. So squats primarily working your quads, working your hamstrings and working your glutes here again. So again, front of your legs, back of your legs and your bum, mate, alright? So exactly as I explained to you earlier on, what we're looking to do here is feet kind of shoulder width apart, face forward, spine in neutral alignment, and a way describing it doing it, I'm saying just saying do a squat. Like think about sitting back onto something, like sitting down on a seat. That's the way, because sometimes people can try and basically get themselves lower and end up leaning over like this, which is not what we're after. So you can use this to counterbalance yourself, or like this, or whatever you want. Yeah, but counterbalance yourself like this. I just think about sitting down on a seat. So 1, 2, and just like this, trying to get your legs at a 90-degree angle if possible, keeping your head forward, chin neutral alignment, spine straight, feet shoulder width apart. Sound good?
Yeah.
Perfect, go for it, mate. Again, these can be quite challenging, and we're an hour and a half into this just now, so if it is getting quite difficult, you can reduce the rep from 10 down to whatever you feel comfortable with. It's more about learning here, Chris, is it about pushing you to your limits, alright? And then obviously engage your core while you're doing it, and then use your usual breathing techniques. Exhaling on the way up, inhaling on the way down. Good man, Chris. Good man. Good man. Nice. And definitely take your rest in between all these exercises. Cool. Go for it again, mate, yeah. Go for it again. Good man, I know it's quite difficult as you're going through, but if possible, Chris, let's try and just keep ourselves, just head forward if possible, makes it easy to drop the head down and stuff like that. Okay. Just to keep your spine neutral alignment. Good lad, good lad. Taking a wee break here for us. Cool, yeah, happy with that. And then last of these, mate. Good man. That's it, Chris. Good man. Beautiful, well done, Chris. How do you feel now?
Yeah, I'm feeling it in the legs.
Yeah, and the next two exercises we're going to do here will be the final parts of like weightlifting, stroke body weight exercises, and they're all focused on the legs, so it is going to be challenging. With it being your return to the gym, alright, we are not here to absolutely burst you, we're here to basically make sure we're getting our form right, our technique right, and our understanding of exercises we can do safely in the gym, Chris, alright? So at any point, I'm thinking about the wall sits, but at any point, if it gets proper difficult or whatever, just let me know. I don't want you pushing yourself to an injury, alright? So you're basically making sure you understand it. So you happy with that information?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet man. So have a rest up. Again, lunges, we use them to stretch at the start. So the difference between stretching, lunges and bodyweight exercise lunges is just basically how many that you do, yeah? So if you're going to, at the start we were doing this, weren't we? Lunging like this. Oh, nice stretch, feels good. And then go to another one and we'll take a wee break. So we're just going to do, again, it says 10 here, but just do what you can do, Chris. Alright, so again, lunging. Key here is having your knee at a 90-degree angle when you do the lunge and not having your opposite knee touching the mat. So for example, like this. So 90-degree angle, not touching the mat, and back. Brace your core as you go down, okay? Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way back up. Happy enough with that?
Okay.
Sweet man, let's go for it. Muscle groups will be working there, same as the squats, so your quads, hammies and glutes. This again is your quads, hammies and glutes, so you're going to feel more fatigued as you're doing it, mate, alright? So that's quads, hamstrings, glutes. Cool. Main thing with these lunges, we did an absolute fine, Chris, good job. Is when we do the lunges, it's just making sure we're not going past 90 degrees where it is here, so we're not basically like leaning all the way over like this, because you feel strain on your knee and it's not ideal. So it's kind of this situation, which you're doing, just sort of make sure you know what to do as well, alright? Brilliant, mate, well done. Well done. And again, with these exercises, they help keep your spine in neutral alignment as you're doing it. Think about having our chest up, shoulders back. That kind of keeps your spine in line, eh? Like that. Good man, Chris. Good man. Good man, Chris. And I'm sure you're feeling that now.
Yeah, getting tired.
Okay, so the good news is there's one exercise left to do, which is a particularly challenging one sometimes, which is called the wall sit, so I'll go over it. Take a longer break as we're discussing it. I'll try and do my best to describe the key principles of doing the wall sit. Try and do 3 sets of it. It's down for 30 seconds, which is a particularly long time, especially when you're first back, so even if it could be 10 seconds or 15 or something like that, I'd be more than happy with that. But please do not overexert yourself to a point of an injury, Chris. Let me know if you're struggling with that, okay? And then it's going to be a cool down on the Kaiser bike, and some stretches and that, alright? So as you're resting, I'll just show you here. So with the wall sits, again, so quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, abdominal, and lower back added in this one here. So really this whole section here, yeah, that's what we're working on. So here what we're trying to do is get the feet hip width apart, feet hip width apart, toes pointing forward, 3 points of contact with the wall here, so that'll be at your head, your shoulder blades, and the bottom of your back. Alright. Going to engage your core. Keep your spine neutral again, so that's that whole chest up, shoulders back thing I've been speaking about. Okay. Arms held outwards at shoulder height. And then we're going to try and have our knees at a 90-degree angle. So that's going to look something like this, okay? So 90-degree angle here, like this. Head, shoulders back against the wall, and sitting in like this, engaging your core. By 90-degree angle, head back, shoulders against your arms out, toes pointing forward. How are you feeling about this? Honestly,
I'll let you know afterwards.
yeah, do the best you can, pal. It is very challenging, especially at the end of your workout, alright? Yep, feet hip width apart, shoulder width apart, sorry, that's good. Arms out, knees 90-degree angle. Yep, head, shoulders back. Perfect. Absolutely beautiful, mate. Really happy with that, well done. Really happy. And that's you 15 seconds, Chris, alright? Just do what you feel comfortable with, pal.
For 2 minutes.
That's it. Cool, you've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, beautiful. Take a rest, 2 more sets of that, man, alright? Nice, Chris. Good man. I'll count you down as well. Just do the best you can, no simple stuff. Good man, Chris. Good man. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. Nice, Chris. How are you feeling with those wall sits?
I prefer the buses working on that one.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Just there. Let's just get them right there. Get most of it.
Good news, that's 30 more seconds and we're on the cool down. Good man. And I'll count you down again, Chris, alright? Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And that is it. Fantastic, mate. Well done. Well done. Maybe the legs a little shake off, mate, and then we'll go to just, I'll just chat to you about the bike while you're resting, if that's alright with you, Chris, okay? So what we're going to do is do our cool down on this bike here for 5 minutes, okay? It's got the Kaiser bike. We're going to work on our quads, front one, hamstrings, back of the leg, glutes, there's your bum, and hip flexors and these areas down here, alright? All the stuff we've been working on, so it'll be nice to get a cool down from them, okay? So, when you're getting on the bike here, so what we're going to do is we'll step through the bike as opposed to using the pedals to jump on it. So we'll step through the bike like this, alright? Ensure the ball of your foot is central to the pedal, so like this here, okay? Extend one leg to ensure that there's a slight bend in the knee, and remember, head up, neutral spine, breathe through the nose and out through the mouth. So how this works here, mate, is like this. So step through the bike, hold it like this so we're safe, okay? Sitting onto the seat, put in your next foot in here into the stirrups, I think that's what they're called, okay? And we're going to start pedaling like this, okay? Once you start pedaling, this automatically starts itself here. That's it, there we go, that's it, much better here, there we go, alright. So as you're cycling on this bike here again, so again, head neutral alignment, spine nice and straight, just looking ahead here. Tells you what your revolutions per minute are at the top. Then tells you the energy output below it. Again, it's got an area for a heart display on it, to tell you what your heart rate is if you hook up to it. Then it tells you how many calories you've burned, how long you've been on the bike for, so that's elapsed time. And then it tells you what gear you're in here just now, okay? And then obviously how far you've travelled as well. So that's pretty much how the bike works here. But you know how to ride a bike, don't you?
I've only fallen off once.
Is that the last thing that did any chance? So yeah, and this is your adjust what gear you're in to make it down, to make it easier, up to make it harder. Chris, but this is just a cool down, mate. So I'll get off this bike just now, show you how to dismount properly, and we'll get you on the cool down, mate, alright?
You don't want to go down for me.
Did he ask any gate man, eh? So stop cycling, take your foot out, okay? Take your second foot out, foot on the ground, and we're going to still hold it on here to make sure we're nice and stable and safe, and we're going to step through the bike like this, okay? So we're trying to avoid swinging ourselves over on that, because that's where you can injure yourself. Again, before you jump on it, Chris, have a wee look, because you can adjust the height of the seat here using this mechanism down here, and you can adjust the actual seat itself either forward or back using this lever. So that goes forward or back. This lever puts it up or down depending on your height, and depending on your size and height as well, and your arm reach, you can move this further forward or further back using this lever there in the back. But have a wee feel and let me know how you feel with it, alright? And with this being a cool down, we're just looking to do your rate of perceived exertion round about 3, that's okay. Nothing too fancy at all. Beautiful. Then we'll just do that for a 5-minute cool down, and then we'll finish off with some stretches. Alright? Good man. And just if you can remember, just try and keep your head looking forward and straight, just to avoid, remember I mentioned earlier on about hovering could. Yeah, not your head in particular being heavy, alright, but just people's heads in general that are quite heavy parts of their body, Chris, and having neutral alignment means your spine supports that head really quite well. You start to put your head a little further forward, your neck takes a lot of the pressure, and that's the same while it's looking down. So just to try and avoid any injuries, mate, that's all it is. And how's that feeling on the bike just now, Chris?
Do a comfort seat or not? Yeah.
And what's your rate of perceived exertion just now? That's 4, yeah. Just take it back a tiny bit, man. Just take it back a tiny bit, because we're on our cool down just now. So we're just basically trying to just bring our heart rate down in a controlled fashion. And then we'll get some stretching done after this to see if we can try and get rid of any lactic acid that's built up in the muscles as well, so you can experience any tolerance from the low delayed onset muscle soreness or stiffness or whatever. Chris, another minute and a half, Chris. So 30 seconds or so, we'll even just take the effort back just a little bit more, and we'll just basically gradually decrease the effort and we'll just stop in a minute or so. And just another 30 seconds there, Chris. So what's your rate of perceived exertion now? Oh, brilliant, man. So like I said, 20 more seconds, whatever. So let's just start bringing the step pose and just sort of slowing this down. Chris, good man. And then when I say stop, we'll get you to stop exercising on the bike, and then if you want to show me how to safely dismount off the bike, making sure you're just holding on to the handles and trying not to leave release in contact and not swinging your leg over the seat, just exiting through the bike. And you can wrap that up just now, Chris. Alright, good job. Good job. Can be a bit tricky getting your feet at the stirrup sometimes, alright, so let me through the hand. Through the bike. Perfect, Chris. Good man. Right, let's come over to the mat for the final part of our gym introduction, man. So, get yourself a wee drink of water, and as you're doing that, I'll just show you some of the stretches that we're going to be doing here just now to finish off, mate. Alright, so we're going to do the stretches for a minute each, alright? First and foremost is going to be the seated hamstring stretch, Chris, alright? So to do that, you sit down, okay? And what you want to do is put your leg out like this, and bring your other leg in against your thigh like this, okay? And then you want to do is stretch down towards your toe, just like that, okay? And that's going to be stretching the backs of your legs there, so your hamstrings, alright? So just like this. Alright, and then the same like this here. And again, making sure your legs straight. Oh, so you can feel the stretch. Beautiful. Happy enough with that?
Okay.
Want me to give you a longer demonstration or should?
Fine.
Perfect, you go for it, mate. And we'll just work our way through the stretches to finish off. That's it. And I'll time it for you as well. Good man. Don't feel like you need to try and grab your toes, because if you're not able to do so, you might end up pulling a muscle or injuring yourself by trying to stretch out. And you can work your way up to that anyway, Chris. The more you do this, the more flexible you'll become. And then switch over, halfway through, which is just now beautiful, mate. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. In 10 more seconds. Two, one, good man, Chris. And I'll show you the next one here just now. I was going to say you can actually just keep staying down, but I'll just do them on the mat the same way. So the next one's single knee to chest, and this works your lower back and your thighs. So very straightforward, but a good stretch nonetheless. Lie yourself flat down here on the mat, and you bring your knee up here. Oh, there you go. Bring it in nice and tight. And that's your thighs and your lower back for that little stretch. And then switch over halfway through and do the same again, Chris. Happy with that?
Yep, that's fine.
Beautiful, mate. Yeah, good, Chris. Oh. Are you feeling that stretch as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. On your lower back, down around your bum, hamstrings, kind of area. Quads as well, next time I suppose. In 15 seconds like this. And that's you. Beautiful. Next one we'll do is going to be seated pigeon stretch. This does your glutes, your lower back and your inner thigh, Chris, mate, alright? So how this one here looks is, so like this here, one leg out with your knee on the ground out to the back, body kind of at this 45-degree angle, and then you bring this leg inside. It can be a wee bit challenging, so it becomes a cross here like this. Alright? And you can feel that on your lower back, you can feel it on the inside of your thigh here and on the glutes at the back here, alright? And after 30 seconds, you'll do exactly the same, but just by switching that leg down here. Just like that. Happy enough for that one, Chris?
Yeah.
I'll leave that here for you just now to have a look at it as well, because it is quite a complicated stretch. And switch over when you're ready. In 5 seconds left, that's good, man. And that's you. Nice. Just 2 more to go, my man. Alright.
Yep.
So this one here is a core abdominal stretch. So this one here does your oblique muscles, which are these ones down here, and your abdomen muscles as well. So what we'll do here is we just lie ourselves flat on here, hands down by our side, and then we just push up like this. And you can feel it on your core as you're doing it, alright? You happy enough to see this, yeah?
Yeah.
Beautiful, man.
Forward.
And then we'll just go down for a wee 5-second break. And then we'll do that again. Just like that. Happy enough for that, Chris?
Okay.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's the Chris. Good, man. Yeah, you got your toes pointing downward as well, Chris. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now then rest that down. Give yourself 5 or 10 seconds and do one more rep on it.
Yep.
Good man. Good man, Chris. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Brilliant, Chris. And then just one more stretch to do before we finish up the session. Alright, this is the challenge pose one. Alright, so this does your lat muscles on here, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your quads. So quite a few different muscle groups that it manages here. So what we're looking to do here is just basically tuck your feet in like this at the back, sit your bum down almost on the feet here, and you want to put your face down like this on the mat, this area. So sorry, facing in here, and you want to stretch your arms out a bit like this here, alright? So feet back to the like you were in the previous pose. Bum not sitting on the feet but kind of resting just above them in that area. head down like this, and then you want to stretch, take your arms and narrow and stretch them forward like this. Yeah, perfect, just like that. Happy enough with that demonstration, Chris?
Okay.
Yeah, sweet. So just 1 minute of that and that'll be it sorted out. Good man. Yep, so feet in that position, yeah, perfect. Bum just above them, yeah, nice. Head down and then stretching your arms forward. Yeah, nice to see, Chris. How does that feel? Can you feel the stretching on that?
Yep.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Halfway through, Chris. Halfway through. Ten more seconds. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is yours. Good man. Good man. How are you feeling after that?
It was good. I think once I started doing the body weight ones, I started to feel it, so I should do them more. But yeah, I feel more confident with it.
Yeah, no, good stuff, Chris. That's absolutely brilliant. Have you got any injuries to report at all?
Not yet, but I'll let you know tomorrow.
Yeah, and you're feeling fit and well. No, so honestly, Chris, really good job, and I'm glad that I was able to take you through for your induction to the gym, and I'm glad that you enjoyed the programme we put together. Alright, if you do have any questions at all that you remember after we finish this session, we work together, just come back and ask me, and I'll do my absolute best to answer them for you. Alright, good job, Chris. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Cheers.